Hi. Yeah, I just finished taking two trains in 4 days. One from Kandy to Ella, then from Ella to Kandy, and I've got some interesting things to tell you about these trains that will help you with your travel. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Healing the Planet from Within. I'm currently standing here at the Ella train station, and I'm going to catch the train to Kandy. I just came from a monastery, so you can see I'm kind of living the monastery life right now. And yeah, I recently caught the train from Kandy to Ella, but did not have a seat, and it was very difficult. You're squished in sardines standing because it's a very popular train. But this time I was able to book a reserved seat, so it means I'm going to have a seat, and I get to enjoy and probably do some more recordings, finish my video for you. So the train ride from Kandy to Ella is very popular because of the scenery. It's absolutely gorgeous, really beautiful. So yeah, okay, well, I'm going to take you, explore. Let's explore. I had no idea what I was doing. And last minute, I decided to go to Ella to visit the monastery there that I spent last year. And, um, and I went, my friend actually took me to the train station to book the ticket. I also looked online, but, I don't trust things online. And in fact, my suspicion was proven by one of the travelers because she had bought an expensive ticket online and she didn't have a seat when she arrived at the station. So tip number one, I recommend going to the train station and booking your ticket. Okay, so there's two different types of tickets here on the train from Kandy to Ella or Ella to Kandy. The first one is just an ordinary ticket. This is, you can book last minute, come in the morning, but it's like 600 Sri Lankan to go to Kandy or reverse, but you do not get a seat. So, and if you want a reserved seat, you come to this section here, and that's the reserved seat section. Times they are booked full. From Kandy to Ella. That's the more popular train. But yesterday I came here and I was able to book a reserved seat. So that was just going from Ella to Kandy. So you need a ticket to get on this platform. And here we are. This is where you wait. I started my journey in Kandy and I could not get a reserved ticket. They were full. And so I took the standing train only ticket. Oh my God, don't do it. It was crazy. Manageable if you're desperate, but crazy. So there are some main differences about the trains that I really want to share with you in this video so you can actually see it for yourself. So there's two types of trains, and I recommend booking them at the station. And like I said, when you go to the station, there are two windows. One is for the ordinary ticket and one is for reserved seat. So go to the ticket booth that's for your chosen seat, chosen ticket. And the ordinary ticket costs 600 at the moment. And the reserved seat has various prices. At the moment, I think the third class was 2,500, second class 3,000, first class was 4,000. And I'm going to show you the difference between the seats and the carriages as well. So we're going to walk through the train and you can see everything. So here's first class seats. They're very comfortable, a lot of leg room. Plenty of storage at the top, and you can see there's a lot of seats available on this train going from Ella to Kandy, so it's worthwhile. Okay, so this is a second class seat. You can see there's no cushion, but there's plenty of leg room, to be honest. And you can see these things. When the train is full, you gotta hold on. So this one here, going through, whoa, there's nobody in this one. Maybe they reserved it for someone else. Okay, I don't know what this is. 1D, so it's still first class. Well, hang on, what's this? Oh, guys, look what I found, a cafe in the train. That is so cool. And then let's go through, keep going, keep going. What are we going here now? Going into, what's this?
This is third class, ma'am.
Huh?
This is third class.
Third class. Okay, I'm from first class. I'm doing video.
This is,
okay.
Third class, and
Third
the other one
class.
is a second class.
This next one, second class. Okay, so this is third class. You can sit on the seats here. Oh, there, hello. Hello. There's a difference in food in both trains. I found that interesting. In the non-reserved seat train, you might have to stand up the whole time. And in fact, when I first boarded the train, I had to push my way through people just to get on. Like literally, I'm only 5'1", you know, I'm a little person, I'm short. And it was not easy to push through a crowd of people with a backpack and bags and get on that train. But I did it. I think some people would just give up and not get on the train. It's really difficult on a no seat reserved train because everyone's standing, so everyone's crowded in like sardines, like seriously. If someone does leave the train and you're standing next to that seat, you can sit down, right? But that didn't happen for 3.5 hours. I was so lucky though, so lucky that some beautiful Sri Lankan ladies actually let me sit next to them. So very funny. There's 2 seats, but there's 3 people, and that's normal. I looked through the carriage, and a lot of people were sitting 3 people in. So on 2 seats, and they were so kind because I needed to eat my breakfast that was given to me by my accommodation, and they were so kind to let me sit while I was eating, and then I just kept sitting. So we ended up sharing chocolate and tea and anything else. It was just really lovely. And then halfway through, there were more seats available, and then we could actually get up and have a look outside because when the train's that crowded, you can't see the views. One young lady I met, she's on her way to Rishikesh in India now. Hi, if you're watching my video. I saw her on both trains and we both had the same experience, but she was sitting on the floor in the first one, and I don't think she got to see the views like we do when you can actually look in windows. It's crazy, crazy. I know. So, okay, the food. The food is the big difference. On the no-seat train, there are walking food baskets where you can get finger food like samosa, vada, these simple things. I think I bought some pineapple once, so there was pineapple going through. It's just walking food, nothing fancy at all. I can show you the baskets. So you can have a look at them. Yeah, peanuts. There was peanuts full of chili peanuts, which I did not get, but they did smell yummy. So yeah, but on the reserved seat train, we could order a proper meal because everyone's seated, so they can feed people seated type food, right? It makes sense. It was a stir-fried rice, veg, chicken, or egg. And it was delicious, like honestly yummy. The best stirred rice meal I've had in ages. It was really tasty. Wow, we all agreed, you know, because you talk to people when you're on the train for like 7 hours. It turned out always an hour late. So both trains, an hour late. Keep that in mind if you have a flight. Like I would not. You got to have a long, long time before your flight if you're going to catch the train for your flight. It's note to self, actually. The other thing that was the difference was the noise. So yeah, you can see I just entered into first class, and it was a lot quieter than in second class, where you can hear the train moving and the windows and doors closed make a huge difference. So yeah, I really like the peacefulness. So there you go. This is what second class sounds like, and I have to talk a bit louder To be honest, I think the second class seats are pretty much as comfortable as the first class seats, and the only difference is they don't have the headrest, and the doors and the windows are closed in first class, give it a quieter effect, but here the doors and windows are open, so it's a bit more adventurous and a bit more noisy. But I think overall there's enough legroom here in second class compared to first class, so that's completely fine. And the exciting part is here in second class you can actually hang outside the door. So I recorded videos so you can see the seats in all carriages. We've got first class, which is where I was. I decided to book first class for this one. Second class, third class and second class. And there is a cafe in this train, so you could buy chocolate and coffee and tea and chips or whatever. Really expensive prices, like airport prices. I was like, what? But anyways, it was there, so that was nice and convenient. We didn't have to, prepare. The other train is not a possibility because you can't actually move. You're like packed like sardines. There's no way you're going to walk the train. But in the seated train, I walked the train a gazillion times. People got used to my face. That was my video going back and forth. It was really funny. But yeah, it was really, the food is the big difference there as well. So you don't have to worry about food if you're on the seated train. I'd BYO food and drink if you're on the seat and no seated train. Now, the interesting thing is people are recommending, I've heard some of the travelers I was with had watched YouTube videos, and some of the YouTubers are recommending taking second class to get the real experience. No, I don't recommend. You can sit in first class and go wander over to second class and enjoy the real experience for half an hour, 2 hours, but then you can go back to first class and have a nap. And that's what I did, because in first class the windows are closed, the doors are closed, it's quiet, it's air conditioned, it's relaxing. You put your feet up and you have a relax. I did some meditation in the train, but I still wandered down over to second class, got some videos, beautiful views, sat out the outside, because in second class you can sit outside. First class, they no, don't do it, they sell. But I'm thinking second class you can sit outside. So yeah, there you go. You can get your authentic experience and have comfort. So I recommend first class. And the food is different as well. Food you can get by with, right? But the first class was definitely more comfortable. The one thing that was a big difference was the noise level. In second class, there were a lot of people, a lot of backpackers. If you're a backpacker, definitely go for second class. You would love it, absolutely. But someone my age, traveling by yourself, you just want some comfort for some time. You don't feel like socializing with a bunch of young people, then yeah, maybe I think first class would be better. Second class was more social. And mind you, I was talking the whole time anyways. I love meeting people, so it was good fun. Third class was fun for a family. I met a family along the way, and they had a table, so they were playing cards and games the whole journey with their children, so that was kind of fun. So third class is good for families if you want to play games with your children, have a bit of a noisy or interesting look. And plus, they had taken the bus before, and it was just the bus is really boring for children. They're saying they couldn't get up and move around and do things. And here in the train, they were looking at sights and traveling, walking across the train, playing cards. Trains are way better for children, like, honestly. So, I mean, this is feedback from the lovely family I met, which, hello, by the way, if you're watching my video. I appreciate you. I really had good fun and conversation. The one thing is very popular on the train from Kandy to Ella, or Ella to Kandy, is to take photos. Now, this is mostly more popular on the reserved seat train because it's safer. Very difficult to do when you're in a train of sardines. Sardines meaning like you're standing next to each other, like this bag's on the floor, people sitting on the floor. You can't just go and take a video, but on the seated train you can. So again, if you want to get those iconic photos and videos, you can do that. But the interesting thing is that the people who work on the train, in the seated train, they're helping you with your videos and photos and giving ideas, and then other people catch on, and then other people catch on. And eventually you got people in their 80s hanging out of the train getting a photo. It's just the greatest thing ever when the train stops or the train's moving. Now, if you happen to be taking a picture or video when the train's moving, just watch out for the tunnels. I was taking a video and I was very aware of what's this side because the train is traveling to my left, hanging out of the video for my, hanging out of the train for my video. Someone's got my camera over there and like in the next door, and I was watching this way and the tunnel's coming up, so I quickly went inside the train. So there's tunnels, trees, signs. Just, watch both sides if you're taking the videos or pictures, because you don't want your head chopped off. One young man walked by me and said, "Be careful doing that. People have died." Okay, but that's not my karma, thanks. I didn't say anything. In my mind, I'm going, it's not my karma to die on a train. But do be careful, please, do be careful. So it's amazing, amazing views, amazing sights. And it's really worthwhile. To be honest, I would say that I did not know Sri Lanka the first time I came here. And going on that train, I've seen the most beautiful sights. To be honest, we see tea plantations and houses and children's waving. Families are waving at the train when you go by, and there's workers on the train, and there's waterfalls. You can see waterfalls, especially near Nurelia. It's at the highest peak, the elevated state, and everyone's like, "We're coming to the good photo and video spot. Come on, quickly, let's get in." And everyone rushes to the doors or windows to get their videos and pictures in this most beautiful place. It's cold up there as well, but it's just stunning. So it's really worthwhile. The seats in first class were comfortable. They laid back. I took a nap, and it's quiet, but the seats are comfy. Second class, the seats look just as comfy. Maybe slightly not as cushiony or clean or something. The legroom seems to be the same, but there was just more people and more noise in second class. Third class seats completely different. They were hard. There were tables, so you can sit there and have a tea or coffee and play games, read books, be on your computer because you're at a table in third class. Whereas second class and first class they did have folding tables on the front of their seats. That's true, they did too. But yeah, there was just like card tables, like cafe style in third class. So that was good for families. So, and I did find a very valuable tip I'm going to tell you here, and I forgot to get a picture of it or video of it. But I'm going to tell you, so just take note. If you need to desperately charge your phone on the train, there is a plug. It's up in the carriage in one of the top corners. It's a normal plug, like a household plug that you would see in any of your hotels or accommodation places. It's a plug, and it's above the luggage rack in one corner of the carriage. Only one. The other corners don't have it. So when I started plugging my phone and everyone noticed, oh wow, that's a good place to plug in, and other people started charging up their phones from that area for the rest of the journey. So yeah, you can charge your phone. There are nice TV screens in third class. I think Mr. Bean was on, and there were headset plugs, but there was no headsets. So yeah, overall it was an amazing journey. So I'd like to share with you about this journey so it'll help you make your decision. Yeah, I think I covered everything. So book your tickets in person if you can, not online. I know tour companies actually charge a bit more for tickets, so if you go to the station you'll probably save money. Some people are charging like 6,000, but maybe that was the one from Kandy to Ella, because the Kandy to Ella train is booked full and it might be more expensive as well. It was crammed packed. I could not get a reserved seat the day before, like 3-4 days before. I could not get a reserved seat. But on this train from Ella to Kandy, I got a reserved seat the day before, so that was brilliant. Yeah, so, okay, well, I'll get to editing the video now so you can watch it someday. Oh, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm on this amazing and fascinating journey to deepen my knowledge of personal development and spiritual development, and I'm currently staying in monasteries to really get an understanding of how to develop my meditation practice to advanced levels. I keep telling people I'm going for my PhD in meditation, and it's true because I found a teacher that's very, very knowledgeable, more knowledgeable than I am, and that's very rare for me to find. Most people have the basic knowledge of meditation, and they're unaware of how to shift up into the higher trance states, but I found a teacher who teaches it, so I'm very excited. So join my YouTube channel because I will be talking about these as I develop and gain my knowledge. But the next couple of months, I'm just meditating and not creating videos, except for this one. Okay, well, thank you again for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.